Hey everybody, this is Fran Fraschella, draft expert and basketball junkie. To everybody who's watching, let's get our friends at General Manager Games the subscribers they deserve. Just press that red subscriber button and immerse yourself in sports AI through GM Games content. And on Twitter, it's GM_games. Let's get after it. Let's go.
Bringing you some Auburn Tiger basketball. I put it out there in chat to see what we were looking for. I realize it's sort of a middle of the day kind of stream, sort of a one-off sort of thing. Since we have Veterans Day today, I'm off, and thought I would mix it up a little bit with the time zone. I know still trying to reach everybody, give everybody a chance to be able to join in streams. So mixing it up, going midday. We're gonna see how this Auburn Tiger team works out. They're extremely stacked. Corey Gray, the senior, stuck around for us. Deli is now a junior. Of course, he was in the same class with Gray and Whitehead and Collins, but he had the injury, got held back. So Deli and Gray around to lead the team. Now we add in the freshman Justin Logan. Now we add in Chambers, another year older. That ranking's getting up there. Perry Leach, the sophomore, extremely talented. These small forwards are coming along. I'm a little bit worried. I've looked through this, setting up the depth chart here. Ed Adams is looking for starters minutes, and I'm just not willing to make that change with Whitehead having so much experience, being so talented. What I did is, over here on my strategy screen, I did increase the offensive set usage up to 75. That's about as high as I'd like to go. I would do maybe 80 if I had a starting roster full of juniors and seniors, but we're starting Logan, so we've got to give him a chance to make plays outside of the offensive set. We want him to be a force. So 75 was about as high as I really wanted to go with that. You can take a look here at the depth chart I've got set up for this season. Pretty much the same starters as last year, except for we've inserted Logan into the starting lineup. We've moved Chambers up, and Bart Jackson has dropped down. He's a senior now. He's got a lot of experience. Worst comes to worst, I feel like we can trust him. He can run the offenses. He just doesn't have the upside as some of these other players do. So we got Warren, Collins, Chambers, and Henry in there in the mix to be backups. Now, Adams wanting starting minutes. I suppose I could try. Holland also wants starting minutes. I don't know what that's about. So I rarely do this. Yeah, this is Gray's senior year, Chris. It's pretty crazy, right? So I rarely redshirt anybody, but I'm really excited about Adams. Maybe if I redshirt him and then I could start him next year, that might work. If he transfers out, well, he was probably going to transfer out anyway because he's not getting much PT either way. So let's see if I'm at the point of the season I can even redshirt. Should be able to. Ed Adams, let's redshirt you. All right, we'll see how that works out for us. He's either he's going to leave or he's going to stay. It's 50-50. I guess that's about the most obvious statement in the world, but he's not going to get playing time either way, so might as well give it a shot. So, we're on June 26th here. I'm going to do my best to try to get through this entire season and see where our Auburn Tigers finish up. Hopefully, it's hanging a national championship banner. We do need to get through recruiting first, so generally I can get through that in about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. We need to see how many scholarships we got open. Then we'll get into the season play, and it's just a matter of if I can get through it before I've got to leave to go pick up the kid from school. So, take a look here. I think we looked at the pro draft last time. We still don't have anything in here relevant to us. Yeah, because this is the one where I was talking about Jake Owens with Louisville. So we're not worried about that. We looked at the draft on the last stream. So got national camps coming up. We need to see over here on the recruiting players screen how many scholarships we got open. 4 scholarships. So we know we got 2 shooting guards that are seniors, a point guard that's a senior. So next year, if they stick around, which Miller's always unhappy, but if they stick around, Miller and Leach would be our only guards, and one of them could leave. So out of that 4 scholarships, 3 of them need to be at the guard position. I think I'm fine at power forward. I'm actually pretty good at center. I think 3 guards and 1 big man, whether it's a power forward, whether it's a center, what have you. 3 guards and a big man is what we're going to be targeting here with our recruiting. But as always, you can slide players back and forth. I'm going to get a good range of the top 10 available to me at each position and go from there. Why is it? How did we get to July 4th? Did I advance? I feel like we should be on June 26th, right? That's the first day of recruiting. I must have advanced at some point further than I intended to. Because, I mean, you can see here, if we're looking at the call and watch list, we got nobody on it. So, let's dial this back to the southeast. Let's go position by position, build our list. We missed out on a week of, adding players and calls, but it's really not that big of a deal. We'll survive without it. So we definitely need to go heavy on the guards. Ooh, got some interest right here out of a nice-looking one-and-done prospect, Will Bobbitt. And then a drop-off, no 4-star guys in this region as far as point guards go. Interesting. Those 2 won't qualify. So we'll add all the 3-star guys. We might have to do that at shooting guard too. Looking at the... Yeah, probably. I will go ahead and add this JUCO since we're losing both of our senior guys. We could throw in a JUCO and 2 freshmen, and that would be a decent class. So we can go a little deeper here on the shooting guards. And then we can also take a look nationally and see if anybody outside of the region is interested in us yet. We're up to about 70, I think, prestige-wise. So, look at that. Number 1 overall player in the country is out of the Southeast region and has some initial interest out of a pipeline. So, this is what I was talking about. Just because I'm going after 3 guards and 1 big man, Louis Armstrong's definitely going to get a good look. We don't need to go too much deeper than that into small forwards, honestly. We definitely need to get a big man, which we've got plenty of prospects here within region to do that. Then we can take a look at all regions and see if there's anything else we need to add. But I really want to check this out for the point guard and shooting guard positions. So let's just see if there's anybody outside of region that has any initial interest. These are all Southeast guys, so no interest really there. What's up, Breeze? Glad to have you in here, buddy. Little Wednesday afternoon stream, mixing it up a little bit. All right, yeah, so here at the power forward, we got a little bit of interest over in the America East. Let's check out these guard positions. Be interesting if I could do a list. Like, I want to see players out of all regions except the Southeast. All the guards that have interest appear to be in our region. We can add a handful of these guys out of region. They don't have interest, but they got high GPAs. You never know what could happen here. David Johnson, that's a Louisville player right now. Heck of a point guard. Might be his last season in college basketball. So, we could keep the tradition there with the David Johnson going on. Then let's take a look here. Point guard. I also don't see any interest outside of the region, but we're going to circle up on these guys and add them till we're full. Oh, we don't have GPAs on these other guys. All right, well, I guess we're going to stop right there because I don't want to go any further, to be honest. So, call and watch list. All regions. Going to change it to all positions. And we're going to get to hosting and scouting. So we're going after 3 guys in the top 5. Let's get out, scout them live. Let's get film on the top 10. Oh, we have no film remaining. How is that possible? What is going on here? Something weird with my weeks. I don't know what happened. Let's dial up Armstrong. Once we get past this, hopefully everything will sort of reset and not be weird anymore. Once we get past this week. All right, we got everything on Armstrong unlocked. We ought to be, I can check my coach here in 1 second. We ought to be near enough 100 that we shouldn't get hung up on anymore. But we'll double check and see exactly what that score is. As soon as I say it, we get hung up on, of course. Because we're going to breeze through this recruiting as usual. Oh, can't dial? Are we out of minutes? Oh, we're out of minutes. That's why we got hung up on. That's right. All right. So, get through the summer camp. What I was saying, we're going to breeze through recruiting, and we're going to get into these games. I couldn't be more excited to see what these guys are going to do this season. It should be fairly awesome. So we got a couple of summer camps here, and then we can go check out the results and see what these top targets actually look like. Ooh, center out of Hawaii. Another center out of Texas. Power forward out of Arkansas. I believe he's on our list. There's Armstrong. All right. Real quick, just because I said we would, let's take a look at my coach. So, yeah, his recruiting's at 97, defense is maxed, player development's maxed, offensive skill getting very close, and scouting bringing up the rear. You can see, sort of what we've done here. We're approaching 60%. I'd imagine this year or the year after we're going to pass that up. 50 years old, but we already got 20 years experience. Guys, this is season 20. It's pretty awesome. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. So, 8 NCAA tournament appearances, 5 Sweet 16s, only the 1 Final Four, which was last season. 4 conference coach of the years. Only 2 players drafted. We've recruited far more players than 2 that have been drafted. It's just we've been moving around schools. So this number will start to creep up now that we're staying at one school. And we do have you saw the 1 conference championship, if you saw that. That was also last year with Auburn. So let's see what the old inbox looks like. Missed that. All right. Oh, we got to advance to get these in-home visit results. Forgot to skip through the 2 camps and not the actual recruiting action. So, looks like we had 2 all right visits and 1 of them did not go well. Pleak appreciates it. Canal did not think it was worth the time, and Armstrong appreciates it. So, one of these top 3 guys, and he's actually from Great Plains. It would be great to pursue him further, but he's outside of region. He didn't enjoy his campus visit. You're off the list. Get out of here. The nice thing is we're at a point, even these guys outside of region, they're definitely taking our request for campus visits, so we're not really getting turned down anymore. So let's go back to Scout Armstrong live. Who else played really well? I thought there was another name on our list. There was a power forward, right? Out of the Southeast. He might not be on the list. He might not be qualifying. Our other live visits, we'll just go with the top guys for right this second. Get film on some of these guys that we haven't seen yet. All right, and we got some calls to make. Gonna burn through it, guys, I promise. We're gonna get to those games real soon. It's really just like these first 4 weeks. They go by kind of slow as you kind of develop the list and get through these camps. Then we have the dead period, the 1 week after that. Once we hit the Memphis camp, I'll have my targets, and we'll move straight on to in-home visits pretty quickly after that. Y'all ought to be able to hear the email sound in the background. Let me know if that's too loud or too quiet. I've continued to try to get the audio settings, the audio output correct, so it's not blowing your all's eardrums out when we go to like, oh, there's Danny Dupay. Wonder if he's Teddy's brother. Old Teddy Dupay, old Florida Gator, if y'all remember him. Like to shoot from like half court, the original Steph Curry. But yeah, let me know how the sound is, if it's overbearing or if it's all right. I'm always happy. I can actually bounce out and change that in, mid-game. So if it needs to be adjusted, just let me know. Well, it looks like Goodwin did not have a good visit. All right, so Cheryl had an awesome time. That's good to see. The awesome visits usually bode well to be in Claxton. So Goodwin, not worthwhile, but Claxton and Cheryl had great visits. Let's see how they did. Right, Teddy Dupay. That was Florida way back. So Cheryl and Claxton both right up here. Man, looking. I mean, we're in on all the top recruits in the nation, so it's a good feeling. Gotta admit, let's get film on these guys down here just in case. You never know when there's going to be a run on a position and you're going to need a second, some kind of backup. Goodwin, out of region, no interest on the visit. You're off the list. Sorry, bro. All right, so let's see. This is a dead period. We can. All right, Claxton, we've got unlocked. Cheryl. We can just make a couple phone calls, burn through the Memphis camp, identify our prospects, and finish this off. Jimmer Fredette, another good one. I was surprised. I thought, who is. All right. So as long as we're in this mode, here's what is shocking to me. There's so many guys like that in college basketball history. Jimmer Fredette, Teddy Dupay, all these guys that were just, long-range bombers, right? And none of them really did anything in the NBA except J.J. Redick. What did J.J. Redick do differently that all these other guys couldn't figure out once they got to the NBA? Because, I know Jimmer, he held on to a roster spot for a while. Teddy Dupay was straight from NCAA to, the Nike All-Stars. Hey, what's up, Dick Shot? Glad you could get on the stream, buddy. I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to do some different times, whether it's, through the week if I've got a day off like today. On the weekend, I'll try to get it earlier, but I want to give people a chance to catch these live streams. But anyway, back to my point. What in the world did J.J. Redick do differently that all these other guys couldn't figure out? Because Redick has held on, and, he's been Redick's been not a max contract type of player, but they've had to pay some serious money to keep that guy around in a number of places. The Clippers, I believe the 76ers. So what did he do the other ones couldn't do? Height and defense? Maybe so. It seems like the NBA is all about 3-and-D at this point. Let's get through this dead period. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Dick Shot. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to get through this recruiting real fast, and then we're going to see if we can hang the only banner that really matters. I know we got the conference championship last year for Auburn basketball. I'm sure it's a big thing, but for me and what I want to do at this school, the national championship banner is the one we want. We got ourselves a Final Four. That's nice, but we're aiming a little bit higher than that, to be quite honest. Let's get our live visit in with Armstrong, Pleak, and Cheryl. I don't really want to go after two small forwards. I really don't want to go after one, but it's the number one player in the nation. Can you really avoid it? All right, so we got a summer camp. Let's unlock more stuff real quick. Cheryl's unlocked, right? Yep. Let's get Moten the rest of the way unlocked. You can usually unlock about 2 players per week with the time that you have. Oh, yeah, Nick Staus. Wait, was Nick Stauskas... Was he the Wisconsin player? Because I know Wisconsin had the big, ugly power forward, but they had a secondary player. Was the secondary player Stauskas? No. I'm forgetting. You're gonna have to help me out there, Chris. Cunningham doesn't want to talk. Right, Kaminsky was the big guy. Who was their second guy, though? They had a second guy that got drafted. Decker. Something Decker. I wanted to say Eric, but that was a wide receiver in the NFL. Sam Decker. Sam Decker's who I was thinking of. Oh, South's just ripping it up at Michigan. Yeah. I thought you were saying he ripped up Michigan in a game or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? But, yeah, Stauskas was a Wolverine. Yeah, Decker's definitely who I was thinking of. All right, guys, let's get this Memphis camp done with. Let's identify our targets and let's get this recruiting knocked out. Kaminsky kind of reminds me of like a more refined, Pittsnoggle. You remember Pittsnoggle from West Virginia? Chris Wright did well. My guess is that number 1 overall small forward did not play in this. Sherrill did well, so I think Sherrill is definitely our big man offer. Carl Gray. Are you talking about Corey Gray? Are you talking about in this save, Corey Gray? Breeze hated the Curry comparison. What's up, Blaze? We're doing a midday stream because we got a lot of people that are overseas and in different areas and have different schedules, and so we're trying to make sure that everybody can catch a live stream. I know that we got a number of people that just catch us on YouTube and want to make a live stream, so I do my best when I got a chance, like today, to mix it up a little bit. I try to do that just so everybody can hop in a live stream. So, all right, so who is Corey Gray comparable to? We'll have to go and take a look at his stats. I mean, he's certainly not Curry. He's a good shooter, but he's not Curry. Let's see. Where am I at? All right, so next Simmons recruiting. We've already got this week's done. So let's run this week, see how these visits go, identify our targets, and burn through it. All right, Blaze, glad to have you lurking, buddy. Let's get through these. Let's get through the recruiting real quick. Then we can figure out who Corey Gray's comparable to, and then we can burn up this season. So first of all, Walter Sherrill, the power forward. Check it out. Make sure we don't have any. Oh, look at that! I was gonna say make sure we don't have any negative notes. Look at that. The tremendous work ethic. Top 5 at Memphis. Top 25 at Indy. There is our big man that we're gonna go after hard, and we do have everything unlocked for him. Perfect. Louis Armstrong. Top 5 at Indy. Didn't go to Memphis. Talented player that could work harder, but I mean, when you're talking about the number 1 overall prospect, I'm not going to lose sleep over that. We're probably going to offer him. Let's take a quick run through these guards and see what we're looking at, what we're working with. We don't have any camp information on Cunningham. Interesting. So he's top 10 at the Big Apple, top 25 at Indy. So Holmes looking like a pretty solid prospect there. I mean, we just had nothing. We're on all regions. I swear I added Southeast region point guards. What am I missing here? Did we not add these guys? Nope. That was dumb. Yeah, big shout out to the veterans, guys. Absolutely, on Veterans Day here in the States. Always thankful for the guys that are willing to go over and do things that I was not willing to do. So any veterans in the stream, big time shout out. Y'all want to see something, you just tell me what to do. Today's y'all's day. I can't believe I didn't add a single point guard from this region. I thought that my list should have filled up quicker than it actually did. I don't guess I'm going to get any notes on these folks at this point, but we can go ahead and add them. All right, back to all regions. On the point guard, you know, we feel good about Holmes, right? Top 10 at Big Apple, top 25 at Indy. So we will shoot out an offer there. We need to unlock his pitch areas. All right, so maybe we can make up some ground on some of these point guards from our own home region. Maybe we can't. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. All right, so he's top 10 at Indy. And, he's outside of region, though. Let's see what the in-region guys did first. We're not in like that 80 or 90 prestige area yet to where we can jump out to Hawaii. Let's see how David Johnson did. Top 25 at Indy. Attitude problems. No, thank you. We can go ahead and remove him from the list, actually. No need for attitude problems here. Not that great at Memphis. Quarles was top 5 at Memphis and top 25 at Indy. He's within region. Oh, okay, he's a shooting guard. I was going to say really bad assists per game, but he's a shooting guard. So that's 100% an offer and a visit. We're going to need to come back and unlock him next week. Did not stand out at Memphis or Indy. So, Pleak was good, right? Top 10 at Indy. Let's make him the other offer. He's unlocked. All right. Skip ahead, unlock Quarles, then straight to in-home visits. We're going to burn through this, and then it's go time on Corey Gray's senior season with the Auburn Tigers. War Eagle. Here we go. Little midday stream, mixing it up. On a Wednesday afternoon. 26 minutes in. Guys, it's 1:23 in my time zone. At 3 o'clock, I got to be out the door to go pick up a child from school. So we are going to be doing everything we can to get through this entire season. Before then, I'd love to bring you, at the very least, get you all the way through the NCAA tournament. So that's why we're working hard to go quickly through this, so we can get to the real thing. Just making sure that all of our offers, we've unlocked all of the pitch areas. We need to invite him in. All right, we're good. So we're going straight to September 11th. We'll continue to host guards because we need a lot of them. But we're not going to waste time calling every day. We're going to get right through this. For the record, for anybody out there that's curious, I am riding to pick up a child. I'm not driving anywhere. So if there was any concern, you can set that on the back burner. It's a husbandly duty. On my day off, I'm required to go ride along to pick up the children. So, keeps the wife happy. Keeps me engaged with the family life, you know. Jump over, bring in some more of these point guards. Missed that one. We're 28 minutes into the stream right now. If you take out all of my jabbering, I think I could get through recruiting in under 30 if I just didn't talk and just focused on that. But where would be the fun in that? Host a couple more. Boom, boom, boom. All right, time to do it. Got a new laptop. Basically starting over. Pulled saves. Yeah, I've done that a lot. You know, you get the new computer, start over fresh. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is I've got a feeling that the college games, college basketball 21 and probably college football 21, they got to be getting announced soon, right? So I don't know how much I'd want to be getting into a new save right this moment when we're about to have some fresh stuff hitting the market. But you know, that's definitely your call. I wonder if Bobbitt played, and here's where saving your emails comes in handy, because you notice, well, shoot, we didn't get a note on Bobbitt from any camp because he wasn't on our list. So look at that, Norton Awards, Logan, Deli, and Whitehead. No, you got to be kidding me. Corey Gray isn't a Norton candidate. Are you serious? Oh, there's no way. What a complete joke. Logan is the highest rated. There's Deli. You remember he played his way into the top 10 briefly last season before falling out. And here's Whitehead. How is Corey Gray not on this list? Like, is he immune from the Norton Award list or something? That's ridiculous. Not happy about that at all. Ooh, Quarles had an awesome time. That's good to see. Let's see if we can get lucky. Maybe Bobbitt went to East Coast Jam and did well. I don't think I looked at that, right? Ron Long, Eric Davis, no. So we're just not going to get a note on Bobbitt. All right, fair enough. September 11th, we got in-home visit time, guys. Yeah, he's definitely about to get rich. Corey Gray, I mean, I don't know why he's immune from the Norton Award list. Hopefully it doesn't work the same way with the draft, but to me, the guy's a top 10 draft pick, right? All right, Holmes from Pennsylvania into location and facilities. Let's check out our facilities and see exactly where we stand on that. Well, solid B+. We can work with that, I think. Given our coach's recruiting ability and a B+, we can make that work. Rather do that than location with him. Ooh, David Johnson went ahead and committed to the Arizona Wildcats. All right, Pleak is into conference prestige and school prestige. Let's hit him with that conference prestige. For Quarles. Oh, we're number 2 on his list, baby, and he's all about location. You know that's where we're going. And Walter Sherrill. Location and school prestige out of Arkansas. We're going to go location there. Levitt went to the Friars straight away. Cool. Get a little bit of hosting going on here. Look at that. Averaging 14 boards a game. Chris Curtis. Goodness gracious. He was top 10 at Memphis. So, you talk about having to look at backups. There's another option. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can't just knock this out week 1. Move straight on into games. Straight on into games. Let's do it, guys. All right, Quarles is the only one that made a decision. But I actually feel good about it. We were high on his list. He had an awesome visit. I feel good about it. Quarles is going to be an Auburn Tiger, right? Yeah. Quarles. So that's our... what was Quarles? Sherrill's our big man. Everybody liked the visit. Was Quarles the second shooting guard we were going after? So power forward, Sherrill. We moved up. That's a good thing to see. Let's hit him with location again. Keep putting it on him. Should we... Since we've only got 3 offers out now, we've got 1 free visit. We could look for a secondary big man option. Moten is not it. I think it's Chris Curtis, right? Top 10 at Memphis. Tremendous work ethic. Decent at Indy. Let's see if there's a better option at center that we really need to be looking at. Top 5 at Memphis. Decent at Indy. Yeah, maybe this is our backup right here. Let's clear up these pitch areas. See what we can offer Mr. Molinari. Is it Molinari? Yeah. So he wants to hear about location. We got that for you. We're also going to bring you in for a campus visit. How about that? I don't think I ever even offered Armstrong. That was stupid. Oh well. Because we got Quarles. Here we go after Pleak. We're up to 6 on him. And at point guard, Mr. Holmes. We're up to 6 on him as well. We'll stick with facilities. And let's just see how it goes. We can host a few more here. Never know. Might need backup options. But for now, let's check out this schedule. Let's make sure. Last season we added in a couple of decent games. This season we're going at St. Mary's in the top 25, at Purdue, and a whole bunch of nothing at home, guys. So let's mix it up. Oh, why can we not change this game? Oh, available opponents, right. Could throw in a game against Dayton there. Let's come here and add in this game against Temple. I mean, it's better than what we've already got. Here we go. Dayton again. We got nothing else, guys? We got nothing else? Really? We could beat up on my Norse. I got the, if any of y'all are in the NCBA, you know I'm running the Northern Kentucky Norse. Alright, so here we can get Stanford in. Nothing exciting there. Oh, the Oregon Ducks. Yeah, we'll play that game. And they really want us to play Dayton, don't they? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. So, big upgrade there to the out-of-conference schedule. Now, they're all home games, and given our team's talent, I expect to win all of those, or at least most of them. You know, we lose one, I wouldn't be shocked or anything. Look at that. Jameel Holmes, he's an Auburn Tiger. Let's go check out the mail. I just noticed, we've got an available scholarship. So Jameel Holmes committed to us. That means Pleak went elsewhere. He's headed to Oklahoma. So we've got an extra scholarship now. So Molinari had a really good campus visit and a really good home visit. Cheryl's still our top target there. Let's see what's going on with Claxton. I think he was really good, right? He's decent at Indy. Maybe not. Maybe I had him mixed up with somebody else. Let's see what other options we got at shooting guard. Decent at Memphis? No. No. Here, we can remove anybody that's committed elsewhere. Then we can just click on the name and scroll through here to get this information a little quicker. Decent at Memphis. Alright, so nothing really great at shooting guard. At point guard. So Sales was top 25 in New York. But we've already got a couple of point guards. Ugh. Decisions. Let's see. We're thinking that we're only going to have possibly 2 point guards next year. We added in one shoot. We really do need another shooting guard, to be quite honest. There's got to be somebody here decent enough. I mean, he was decent. This'll work. This'll work good enough for now. You know, we're probably, assuming that we don't have any transfers out next year, we would probably be starting, was it Collins and Leach at our guards? We could always have Quarles be a third, and so this is really a fourth type of guard and really just development for the future. So we can make an offer here. Nothing terrible about that. He's into coach discipline. I always set that pretty high and try to run a tight ship. That ought to make him awfully happy. We got our point guard recruit. We need to hit Cheryl. We're up to third on his list, so closing in. Oh, and Molinari had a great campus visit, a great in-home, but he ended up committing to Memphis. So we didn't have an offer out on him, is why we didn't get an email about it. And Chris Curtis, who was really our backup option at the 4, committed to Clemson there. So we've got all our offers out. Let's just see how this week goes. Hopefully we grab ourselves a couple more commitments here and can move on into this regular season. That would be ideal. It sucks we lost out on Rob Pleak. He would have been a nice, one and done where we could start him straight away, keep him happy for that season. He could do his thing, and then we would have Quarles coming in, the year after that to start. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Maybe he's looking and seeing all those guards we've already got. So here we go. Big decision time. Are we done with recruiting, or do we keep on slogging through? Walter Sherrill, he's going to be a Tiger. Brett Grimes, he's going to be a Tiger. Folks, we're all done. Take a quick look at that recruiting class. So after this group of seniors leaves, which was an absolutely foundational recruiting class for this team, when they leave, look who we've got filling in behind them. 4 players, 3 of the 4 in the top 50 and the other one at 57. Holmes and Sherrill, both top 3 at their position. Sherrill, the 5-star power forward out of Arkansas. So we started branching out outside of the Southeast region, pulling in Jamil Holmes. 3 guards and a big man. That's exactly what we were looking for, folks. So there we go. Recruiting is all done. That took us 41 minutes, and that includes like 15 minutes of me just running my mouth. So now it's straight on to the games. We already set the strategy. We already set the depth chart. If you didn't see it, it was at the very beginning of the stream. Anybody in chat that needs to see it again, shout it out. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube or something, you can always slide back to the beginning. You should have already seen it. We're going to burn up through the practice and then get straight into November and right into the games and see what happens here. We got an hour and 20 minutes before I got to head out. It might be close. Uh-oh. Logan and Whitehead were late. Corey Gray and oh, man. Logan acting up all over the place. This is like, other than Johnny Smith, this is all the stars of the team. God bless. Give me a break. Corey Gray wants to come at me. Well, the season hadn't started yet. You're suspended, bro. All right. Logan, you definitely need an attitude adjustment. Thank you. Whitehead. Warren. You can have a week off as well. And Johnny Smith. I think he's a walk-on. All right, so we had to suspend a couple players there. Luckily, it's early in the year. Shouldn't have a big effect on our games. But it's one of those things, like I said, some of these guys are into high discipline. I set my coach with high discipline, and I try to run the team with high discipline as best I can. So otherwise, those guys get upset. Look at Corey Gray all pissed off now. That's all right. We'll get through it, guys. We'll get through it. A lot of frowny faces over here, but you know what? Winning cures everything. So at least we hope it does. We'll see if it does this year or not. Man, we got some talent on this team. This got loaded up real quick. I'm telling you, you saw, you can go back and watch the streams. I did 3 seasons with Nebraska. It was awful. 3 seasons with Auburn. Maybe started a little bit further ahead on prestige, but we went straight to like an Elite 8 or some craziness. The talent in the Southeast region, guys, is unreal. It's unreal. You can take so much advantage of that. You know, you can be out west and take advantage of the fact that there's not too many other schools out there, or you can just jump into the southeast and soak up the talent. So we also got lucky. And, you know, we were 3 or 4 more years into our career. Once we started at Auburn, we were closer to like 80 recruiting probably, whereas with Nebraska, it was probably a little bit closer to 60. So our coach was a little bit better, the school was a little bit better, and everything really worked out. We got good here quick. Time to play the games, folks. It's where the rubber meets the road. Time to get going, time to get hyped, time to get that War Eagle. Start off this season number 11. Now, the preseason rankings here are usually pretty wonky, to be honest. You know, you can start off at 11th and win your first 2 or 3 games and then be unranked. It's just weird, but starting off at number 11, it's interesting, but that's absolutely right, Chris. Here we go. UC Santa Barbara, first game out of the gate. Obviously, every game in the preseason. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Every game in the preseason, except for that Purdue game, I believe, is going to be a home game. So we should do fairly well at home. We should definitely take care of business here against UC Santa Barbara. Let's double check the depth chart that these starters aren't suspended anymore. Oh, all right. We need to fix this. They're not suspended anymore, but it left them way down here. What in the world? Where is... Oh, when I suspended them, the computer tried to redo the entire depth chart. Can't have that. It's not going to work out for us. Oh, it didn't redo it. It just shifted everybody up. That's why it's so ridiculous. All right. We're just sort of cycling through here. Chambers, Miller, Gray, Leach, Whitehead, Logan, Deli, the starters. Warren, Collins, Chambers, Miller, Henry. That's accurate. I do want... want him there. Him there. Suggest the matrix. Perfect. It's Warren getting some good minutes. Collins getting some good minutes. D. Henry playing a lot of backup small forward. Oh, because he's our top small forward. That's correct. Holland and Adams. All right, I was looking for that third small forward. I'm like, where in the world did he go? But that's right, I redshirted him. So the depth chart is set up. Let's do it to it. UC Santa Barbara right out of the gate playing against the Auburn Tigers, and we put it on them by 34. Corey Gray starts off the year with a 30-point eruption. Let's see who else did it that game. Deli, obviously, with the double-double. Logan jumps out with 16 and 8, so that's exactly the start we want to see. Whitehead, not a great game points-wise. Leach didn't do anything crazy. Collins, good off the bench. So, dismiss UC Santa Barbara really pretty easily. Nothing much doing there. I'm excited for this season, guys. We made it all the way to, the Final Four last year. And I thought that we might have got a game further than we should have. Anything can happen once you get to that point, but I think this year, this team is ready for a deep run. If we can avoid injuries, if we can avoid stupid foul trouble, this team is poised to make a super deep run into March. So we got the Temple Owls coming in to play against the Auburn Tigers, and they also get dismissed quite easily. Leach showed up, Corey Gray showed up, Warren with 10 rebounds. We take a 31-point win there. The Temple was actually, weren't they ranked preseason? So, that's just absolute domination of a team that was ranked in the preseason. We got 6 emails, so that should be our letters of intent coming in, and we got them on all 4 of our signees, which means, obviously, they're all going to make the grades. We can delete our emails at this point because we are done with recruiting. And we're definitely done with recruiting with everybody making the grades. So that's done. That ought to be a really solid class. 4 guys all in the top 57. That's a top 5 class. I don't know that we'll be able to get through the offseason today. It's going to be close as to whether or not we can get through the national championship game, but we're going to go quickly. Which feature are you asking about, Breeze? I see people ask all the time about the Pro Basketball Games G League, and I'm pretty sure it does have some version of that, but I just honestly haven't played that game as much, so couldn't tell you with certainty. Take care, UC Irvine by 17. Corey Gray leading the way once again. Quick box score glimpse. I mean, all the starters. Leach didn't do great, but he did have 7 assists. Deli with the double-double. Logan 16 and 6. Collins off the bench. So I'd expect that's going to be the story pretty much all season, to be honest. 10-day contracts, I do not know that one. The only pro basketball that I've really gotten into was multiplayer league, and most of the contracts and that sort of thing have to be run by the commissioner, so there's a little bit less transactions than you would normally see when you're doing an online league. So I do not know about the 10-day contracts, but I would ask on the Wolverine Studios forums. There's a lot of guys there that play a lot of those games. So now we got the one really, really true road test in the non-conference schedule. We're up to number 4. We're undefeated. The Boilermakers at 3-2. I do not know. Let's see if this will tell us where their losses came. So they're 3-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. So this would be nice. They're undefeated at home. They're a top 25 team. A win here would look really, really good for the rest of the season. A close game or a loss doesn't end anything, but I'd love to take them out. Oh my God, it wasn't even close. Corey Gray again. How the man is not on the Norton Award list is mind-boggling to me. But we just took them to the woodshed at their own place. 18 points, guys. 18 points on the road against a top 25 team. A top 20 team that was undefeated at home. It's a good win, and that bodes. And we dropped from 4th to 10. I told you the early season rankings are interesting, to be certain. But they'll always, and that's the same as real life, they'll settle down toward the end of the year. You normally, like in real life, you probably wouldn't see that drop after a game like that. But, it's hard to perfectly mimic real life in a game. So now we got our sacrificial lamb, the NKU Norse. This should be ugly. They're 1-3 on the season, headed on the road to play a juggernaut Auburn Tiger team. We take care of it by 35. Gray, Deli, Logan. That right there is what we want to see all season. Hopefully these lower points are because we beat them senseless and these guys didn't play a lot. But I'm not going to bother with too many box scores, especially on meaningless games that we win by 35, because we do want to get... This season, every other season's been about building. It's been about improving the team, adding depth, winning an SEC tournament, getting to 20 games, saving our jobs sometimes. This team's about nothing but winning a national championship. We either win it and rejoice, or we lose it and it's a blown opportunity. So that's really it, guys. That's it. End of story. Yeah, Chris just said in chat, veteran leadership. He's exactly right. We got a handful of seniors and a center that should have been a senior had he not been hurt. We should be really taking care of business here. Look at that, 27 points. Corey Gray, Justin Logan, Leach jumps up there. Only 7 points, but 9 assists. I mean, that's, in a 40-minute basketball game, that's some serious dime dropping. So yeah, this is going absolutely the way that we would have expected. The only interesting thing so far has been the absolutely dominating performance at Purdue. And like you said, that's a lot of veteran leadership when you get on the road. It's nice to have juniors and seniors. And also, I really think when you do have those juniors and seniors and you up that percentage on running your offensive set, I do think that leads to more consistency. So those two things combined, I'm not surprised that we beat Purdue by that much, but it definitely could have gone a different way. So I'm glad to see that it went the way that it did. Jacksonville State coming into play, undefeated at home, undefeated on the season. Number 10, Auburn Tigers. They're going to stay that way. A 31-point win, and Ben Delhi with 20 points and 12 rebounds. The dude went nuts. That's what we love to see. So we are cruising right now, and I'm really glad that I loaded up this out-of-conference schedule. After ECU, we ought to have a handful of games with pretty good teams. Because we're really getting nothing out of this non-conference schedule right now other than just absolute beatdowns. Maybe some guys can be setting some records or something. Corey Gray with 23. Henry got some time. Hit double digits off the bench. I'm just so upset that Corey Gray's not on the Norton. I mean, he's the MVP of like every game. I think Delhi got it once, Leach got it once or twice, and all the rest are Corey Gray. So on the road at Colorado State. Now, dumb things can happen on the road, so let's not slip up here. And we don't. 20-point win. There's Corey Gray. There's Perry Leach. So, I mean, Corey Gray, man, he's a legend. He's an Auburn legend. That jersey's going to be hanging from the rafters. Guarantee you that. Oh, these aren't on the road. These are tournament games. So that was a non-conference, neutral court game. Auburn and Belmont, another neutral court game, and we take care of business by 30 there. It looked like Corey Gray led the way again, and I think that was Whitehead who was playing Robin to Corey Gray's Batman there. So we're about to hit 10 wins on the season, if we didn't already right there. Halfway through December, 10-0. Couple of neutral court wins, big win at Purdue, and we really couldn't ask for more at this point in the season. But there's absolutely no victory until April 2nd. So here's the big game with Oregon coming in. So it's a home game. I mean, I just fully expect us to blow them out, to be honest. Could it be close? Sure. Could they beat us? Yeah, absolutely. And they do by 13. Wow. Let's take a look at that. See how we fell at home to the Oregon Ducks. Whitehead only played 11 minutes. Not sure exactly why. Logan in foul trouble. Delhi did his thing on the rebounding. Corey Gray again with 25. We just didn't have anybody else step up with a big scoring game. Perry Leach looked really bad. That's why you don't call blowouts. Richard Warren was terrible on a plus-minus perspective. So every team's got to have a little bit of a stinker. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Blaze. Got a little bit cocky and didn't matter. The computer, the simulation heard me and brought us crashing back to earth. So what should have been a fairly easy win turned out to be a 13-point loss at home to the Oregon Ducks. That was a stinker. Not what you want to see at all. See if we can bounce back after that one. We ought to have a couple more home games against some pretty decent teams, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But there will be no undefeated season for the Auburn Tigers here in 2038. Take our first loss there to the Oregon Ducks at home. Not as brutal as some of the other ones that cost you seeds, cost you NCAA tournaments, cost you your job. But still, given my expectations, that was a pretty brutal loss there. And now the game just won't give me, another game. I want to get that bad taste out of my mouth. Give me a game. I need 30 points. I need another 54-point outburst from Corey Gray. Ooh, number 8 Dayton, number 7 Auburn. This could get interesting. So as much as I expected to beat Oregon, I would hope that we would beat Dayton as well, being that we're at home. But certainly got to keep the ego in check here. Number 7 versus number 8. Oh, that's what I expected to do to Oregon. That's exactly what I expected to do. 36 points. Number 7 versus number 8. 36 points. That's what should have happened last game. Look at Corey Gray with 30. Whitehead jumped in with 14. Leach in a little bit of foul trouble there. So, yeah, that's what we should have done last time. I have no idea how Oregon got us, but that's what we should have done to them. Glad to get it done there against Dayton, though. So, yeah, talk about getting the bad taste out of your mouth. That will definitely do it. and we move up to 11-1. We're just now approaching 1 hour in the stream. I've got exactly 1 hour to go. Hopefully we can get through these games. I think we can do it. We're through 12 games, and we've only been playing games for about 20 minutes. I think we can get through the rest of it. I think we can get through it by about 45 minutes. I think we can finish off, hopefully. But we are going to keep pushing ahead. We can check out emails. A bunch of scouting reports. No team incidents, thankfully. We're still healthy. That's a good thing. Need to stay that way for certain. I don't want to rush through because you sort of lose everything that's interesting about it, checking out stats and that sort of thing. But it's like, was it John Wooden said, be quick but don't rush? That's what we're going to try to do here with this stream today. Number 7. And I think this is, season 5 at Auburn. So here we go on the road at St. Mary's. Again, we got to hope that the veteran leadership pulls us through here in a big road game. They were actually ranked in the preseason, but they're now 5-7. So to be honest, this looks like a game on the road against a fairly bad team. They've actually lost 4 at home. So a loss here would be brutal. And we lost by 2. Man. That is an absolute stinker. So 2 out of the last 3 games we've lost in just brutal fashion. 13 at home to Oregon, 2 on the road to a 5-7 St. Mary's team. And then right around, that being the bookend, the middle of that is a 40-something point win against a top 10 team in Dayton. So now we're just all over the place. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea what to expect. How do you lose to a team that's 5-7 and already lost 4 games at home? Unbelievable. The crazy thing is, to me right now, is Corey Gray, the one person that got left off the damn Norton award list, is the MVP of every game for us. Delhi has actually been rather inconsistent this season, and London isn't picking it up yet. So we are going to take a look at the stats here real quick. We might need to make a slight adjustment. Corey Gray scoring almost 22 a game is ridiculous. Delhi is only scoring 10 a game, which is fairly low for him, to be honest. All right, London with 9 and 6 rebounds. Whitehead and Collins are both fairly even, and Collins is playing a lot less time. Letting you coach him? That sounds plausible. I mean, Delhi knows this offense. I don't understand how he's playing so poorly so far. I mean, he knows he's 84 and 89 on the offenses. He should be fine running those. Maybe Corey Gray's just eating up those looks. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't want to go too crazy with it. I don't think any of these offensive settings would be the difference in the Oregon game. So I'm just going to assume that's a one-off. A change in strategy can certainly affect a 2-point game, but just going to say bad things happen on the road, and let's try to move past it. We're into January. We're into SEC play. Let's run through a month of this and see how we're feeling. If we need to make changes at the end of this, I will. And hopefully we don't. Hopefully we're all right. I'd love to be moving on toward a 1 or 2 seed rather comfortably. 4-8 Missouri. That was way, way closer than it should have been. 6 points. So this is really starting to be worrisome. So now I'm starting to wonder if we need to make some kind of change. I mean, if the one starter, obviously, that wasn't a starter last year is Logan. He's extremely talented. I'm going to hope as the season presses on that he's getting better and better at the offenses and he's developing. Yeah, Blazer. I know you've asked a handful of times about playing out games, and I obviously can't do it today for time constraints. Once we get past this season, though, I'll definitely get you a couple of games that I'll go ahead and play them out, and we'll just see how that works. So on the road at Tennessee, man, I cannot believe 4-8 Missouri played us to 6 points at our place. So if this is a loss, it's really time to start thinking about what we're doing here, and it is. So did we overperform? Like, there's Logan with 8-14. Did we overperform last year? Where's Corey Gray? Wow. Let's go ahead and back off on our offensive set usage a little bit. We were at 65 last year. Let's get back there. Last year worked. This year's not working. Let's go back to what we were doing before. Really concerned at this point. Yeah, and Blazer, the other thing, like, I'll try to just stream on the GM Games Twitch, coaching out some games, but, if you got some free time and you hit me up on Discord or something, I can throw up a game and just share it on Discord. I don't know that I know what I'm doing, but I'll show you what I do. So, yeah, just reach out. So, Georgia coming in. Let's see, we made a little bit of a change there in how often we're running our set plays versus how often we're going to let them just create a little bit. We've got talented players. Hopefully they can make that happen. Woo! 24. Look at Logan. So, we took the reins off, and Logan went nuts. So, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe that's... the difference from last season to this season was just how often we were running sets and how often we were letting them go down and make something happen. So we free them up a little bit. We got talented players, and maybe that's what needed to change. Because that is the first game that Logan's been the MVP of. I certainly thought that he would be more impactful than he has been to date, and now we head on the road to play the number 1 Florida Gators. So now it's getting serious. And this will be a pretty good, I don't know. I thought that the Purdue game was a decent gauge on where we're at, but to date it hasn't been. So let's see what this looks like. The Auburn Tigers on the road in the swamp playing the Florida Gators, and they took care of us by 20. Sort of thing can happen against a good team on the road. I'm not going to fret about that. We're still very much in the running for a very good seed in the NCAA tournament. I would say a 3 at this point, hopefully. With plenty of room to improve up to a 2 seed. But we need to get it together in the SEC. We're 2-2 so far in conference play, and that's not going to cut it. We need to be... I think we play 18 games, so we need to end up at least 13-5 in conference. Anything below that's really going to be a disappointment. The Ole Miss Rebels coming in. I mean, we're still right around that top 10. So, I mean, we're all right. I really feel like only the St. Mary's loss was really, really bad. The rest of them haven't been great, but haven't been good either. There we go. Taking care of business. 23 points against them. Corey Gray and Al Whitehead. All right. Looking a little bit better. Maybe we just needed to be freed up. Look at Tulane still hanging on. Number 21 in the nation. It's great to see you build it and then they sustain it, right? So our Tulane Green Wave still taking care of business, even though we've been gone now for like 8 years. The boost that we gave them obviously is still propelling them forward. And now we get to play our bitter rivals, the Kentucky Wildcats. Can't stand them. I hope we beat them senseless. But it is number 11 at number 13. This is a huge, huge game here. Hey, Corey Gray, Ben Deli, and Justin Logan. That's my boys. 13-point win. Kentucky Wildcats, go home. Get out of here. Leave Rupp Arena. It's our court now. The Auburn Tigers. War Eagle. 4-2 in the SEC. Back in the top 10 now. So that was a really good win on the road. So I'm gaining more and more confidence that the change in strategy is helping. We'll see. We still got a ways to go. We're not quite into February. LSU coming into Auburn Arena. Yeah, Florida. So here's the thing: if you ever look at the coaches when you jump in, I'm pretty sure that the Florida coach is absolutely stacked and fairly young. So every save that I've ever had, Florida has ended up significantly better off than Kentucky, unless there's a user involved with the Kentucky program. Sorry about that. Yep. So Florida usually is the cream of the crop in the SEC up until I arrive and get my team situated. Ooh, blew LSU out. Goodness, looked like Deli went 16-16 there. Sorry, trying to make sure I don't have a little sneezing fit or something. All right, 5-2 in the SEC. So now we're talking. Now we're moving in the right direction. We're up to 16 wins on the season. We're just about through January. May have one more game in January. I don't know. And I have got 50 minutes until I got to run out the door. On the road at Missouri. Missouri looks truly awful. So I would really hope that we can take care of this. The number 9 Auburn Tigers headed in to play the Missouri Tigers at 7-12, 3-4 in conference, and they beat us. God bless. We are struggling this year. I really hope this is one of those things where we're struggling through the regular season and taking our lumps, and that'll work itself out. Because I just don't know, how is... I don't know, it's frustrating. Very frustrating, to be honest. We didn't lose anybody off last year's team, and I think we've already lost at least as many games as they did. And the only thing that we did was take a very low-rated prospect out of the starting 5 and replaced him with a 5-star top 20 guy. So, I don't know, it's weird. And the other thing it could be, let's take a look at the dashboard real quick. Part of it could be all these frowny faces. We got some pretty bad attitudes at this point, and that could be dragging us down. Sorry guys, I don't know, allergies hit me out of nowhere or something. Ben Deli is the only one that's still alive in the Norton Chase, only because they didn't add Corey Gray. Deli's up to 18th. So he may be dropping out of here shortly. All right, we lost at Tennessee. Let's get some revenge at home. Get this taken care of real quick. Eight games in, so we got 10 regular season games left before we hit postseason play. The Vols and the Tigers at Auburn Arena, and Auburn walks out with a 23-point win. Deli and Warren killed them on the inside, and we get our revenge against the Tennessee Volunteers, moving us to 17-5 on the regular season, 6-3 in the. Oh, look at Tulane just barely fall at South Florida. Come on, Green Wave. You're better than that. Ooh, did I just see somebody? Did anybody else see a team get held to 30 points in a game? Yikes. There's St. Mary's. They're kind of bouncing back, but still below 500, so that's still looking like a pretty crummy loss for us. Oh, goodness. I have no idea what to expect at this point. I thought that this would just be a dominating team, given that we got our same team back, and they're all another year older, wiser. We brought in another power forward, but 100 points against A&M. Look at Corey Gray with 41. That's what we need. We need more Corey Gray. 41 points, my boy. Whitehead chipping in with 14. So Gray with a huge outburst there against Texas A&M. But yeah, I have no idea what to expect out of this team at this point. It's so hit and miss and inconsistent. And for a team full of seniors and juniors, for the most part, I don't get it. It's been a really weird kind of year. Maybe, like I was saying, maybe the morale was bad early in the year, especially after they started off with all those suspensions. Maybe that had some kind of effect that, I said winning cures everything. Maybe the wins are bringing the morale back. We're going to finish the season strong, hopefully. But I got no idea what's going on. Absolutely no idea. I don't think I've ever had a team in Draft Day Sports college basketball, any version, that I've had less of a feel for than this one. I don't know what they're going to do night to night. We're going to play a 12-9 Mississippi State team. Ordinarily, this should be a beatdown, but who knows? Whew, beatdown. That's what I mean. So, nice little, was it 27 points? God, I didn't even see who played well. Right here. So, Logan with a double-double, Deli with a double-double, Corey Gray with 3 double-doubles out of our starters. And Leach went for 8 and 8, so, I mean, he tried. Oh, yeah, Logan already called that one. All right, so, pretty good game there. MVP Corey Gray, as always, leading the way. All right, so now we're up to 8 and 3 in the SEC. I said we need to be at least 13 and 5. So if we can go 5 and 2 over the rest of this conference schedule, we'll be right about where I thought we needed to be. Just so we can get like a 2 or 3 seed, and that'll, if we get there. Yeah, that was how Corey Gray got his double-double, was the assists and points, right? He didn't have double-digit rebounds, I don't think. It was Deli, Logan, and Gray all with double-doubles, I believe. So, yeah, if we can close out 5 and 2 here, we'll set ourselves up so that a good run in the conference tournament could get us a 2 seed. Or a really good run could get us a 1. But first we got to beat the South Carolina Gamecocks, which we do by 18. Deli, Gray, Logan. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. Hopefully that keeps happening. Got some emails over here. Deli is a semifinalist. He's up to 15th from 18th. So we'll see if he can make the final 10, but I doubt it. He hasn't had as good of a season as he did last year. Still an absolute mystery. I'm going to petition the NCAA to ask why in the world Corey Gray wasn't included on that list. Kind of ridiculous. He's obviously the star of the team. Hopefully he's a top 5 draft pick. We'll see. Maybe not. There might be some one and dones and stuff that knock him down a little bit, but certainly a first rounder at the very, very least. I expect him to be a lottery pick. How about that? I don't know what happened, guys. Maybe my wife started cooking something upstairs or what, but like I'm losing it at this point. The Auburn Tigers. Oh, here we go. Little rivalry game, baby. Auburn Tigers, Alabama Crimson Tide. They're looking pretty bad this season, but it's in Coleman Coliseum, and we've been very shaky on the road. But not today. Gray, Deli, and Kurt Chambers jumps up into the top 3. So we got the easy win there against the in-state rival Alabama Crimson Tide, moving us to 10 and 3 in the SEC, all in Tulane. Tulane's starting to fall off. Uh-oh. Looks like the Missouri head coach is in some hot water here. On the hot seat, rather. 21-5. So, once again, going to be closing in on 25 wins and looking for 30 in the postseason. So we got Vandy coming into Auburn Arena. Blazer asked, what do the SEC standings look like? Well, let's run this game against Vandy, and then let's check it out. Vanderbilt Commodores, the Auburn Tigers in Auburn Arena, Auburn, Alabama, on the hardwood. Auburn takes care of business by 43 points. Corey Gray, Justin Logan, Ben Delly. There's our big three. I talked about it last year after Logan committed, that this year we would have a real solid big three. I talked about it earlier in the season about how I hoped that as it went on, Logan would develop and start hitting it. And now, in the past 2 games, that's been our top 3. So here's your SEC standings. The Florida Gators, they're far and away number 1. We're a full game behind, but we also lose a tiebreaker to them. But they're going to have to come play at our place. And we are 2 games clear of the Kentucky Wildcats, who are in 3rd. The rest of the SEC kind of looking like chumps this year. So our first couple years here at Auburn, there was some real strength in the SEC, and this looks like a down year for the conference. But we should... do we play every team in the SEC twice? Because if so, we should still have Kentucky and Florida at home. Let's take one more quick look at schedule. We do get Florida at home. We do not get Kentucky at home. So on the road at Georgia, Mississippi, at home against Arkansas, and the Florida Gators. So that game with Florida coming in is absolutely huge for conference seeding. And to be honest, it's pretty big for NCAA season as well. You know, that's a that's a real resume building win if we can knock off the number 1 Florida Gators. And in my opinion, in Auburn Arena, there's nobody that Corey Gray and Ben Delly can't take care of, especially when you throw in all that talent around them. But first, we've got to take care of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Yeah, Chris just said it in chat, guys, but make sure you're subscribed to GM Games Twitch. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so that you're getting all of this as it comes out. I know I'm always happy to have people drop by stream, but I know a lot of people catch it later. So make sure that you're signed up so you're getting notifications and you don't miss out on any of this content, because we're going to be hanging banners. Just a matter of time. The number 8 Auburn Tigers against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Oh, not even close. Get out of here. Get. What was that, about 35 points? I missed the exact score. I just saw it was 80-something, 40-something. I think my eyes are watering or something at this point. I have to tell my wife to leave the stove turned off if I'm streaming. This is kind of crazy. Think I'm down here cutting onions for Corey Gray's last season? No. None of that. Do you see who we're bringing in? We're bringing in crazy players. We already got crazy players. Perry Leach is going to be a junior next year. He'll be taking care of business. We've got a senior point guard for next year who was very highly rated. He's not got a lot of time. As long as he doesn't transfer out, we'll be all right. But yeah, this is definitely like some onions or something going on. Came out of nowhere. The Tigers and the Bulldogs, baby. This will be a hell of a football game. Hopefully, we take care of them. Yeah, 16 points. Logan, Whitehead jumping up in there. Justin Logan with 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Corey Gray, obviously, 27 points. He does what he does. Whew. Maybe we got some dust riled up or something. We'll see. Got a little staging area over here in case it gets bad. So we're up to number 7, 24-5 on the year, 13-3 in conference. Almost through February, guys. 2 more conference games. We hit the number of conference wins I said that we needed to hit for like a 3 seed. So now we're seeing if we can eclipse that to try to push into that 2, maybe even the 1. In this game right here against the Florida Gators is going to be absolutely huge if we want to even think about a 1 seed in March. Kurt Chambers with an injury. Did I miss that? All right, let me go check out the dashboard. Thanks for shouting that out, Random Task. I really appreciate it. I don't always see everything that's going on. So let's see. Kurt Chambers, he is injured. Just a strained abdominal. He's at 87% for 11 days. If he was a starter in tourney time, like if he was a starter even in the regular season, I wouldn't worry about it because it's not a bad injury. In tournament time, if it was a starter, I might consider moving him out. But he's a rotational big man. I think we'll be all right for right now. God, guys, look at this. Delhi, with a player impact estimate of 16.27, was what, top 15 in the Norton? I think it was 18th last we looked. I don't know if we got another update. Corey Gray's player impact estimate's 20.7. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Appreciate it, buddy. Glad y'all got my back in chat. It's always helpful. Takes a village sometimes, you know. All right, so here we go. Playing against the Florida Gators. Let's see. This would be a huge, huge 25th win of the season if we can go out and get it. But to do it, we've got to protect our home court against the number 1 team in the country, the Florida Gators. So here we go. Let's tip them off in Auburn Arena. Woo! 8-point win. Corey Gray, Ben Delly, and Al Whitehead making it happen. And we pull in the win against the number 1 team in the nation. The Florida Gators go down in Auburn, Alabama. Hell yes. We should have 1 game left at Mississippi. The standings as of right now, tied. We each won at the other one's home arena. I have no idea how they break that tiebreaker. Oh, look at the RPI, guys. They're number 1. We're number 6 in the RPI. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's see how this last game goes. Gators are on every sim, I'm telling you, Chris. They start off with a really good young coach. A really good young coach, really good facilities, in a talent-rich region. Florida always does really good. Yeah, we still got the conference tournament to go. First, we've got to go on the road and play Ole Miss. And they're a decent team. I mean, this is almost a 20 game win team, and we're headed to their place. So definitely nothing guaranteed here. Unless my boy Corey Gray shows up and wins by 15. 26 points from Corey Gray. That dude is all everything. He's crushing it. He ought to be an All-American this season. Declaring for draft. I think Logan's the only one that might declare, right? Maybe Delhi? Nobody declaring. So we're losing a lot of important seniors, but no underclassmen are leaving us. Delhi couldn't crack the top 10. Corey Gray got robbed before it even started. He never was on the list. So we're done with the Norton Award. That award can go away somewhere. Let's jump into this conference tournament. We went 15-3 in the SEC, 26-5 overall. We're number 5 in the country. We're very much in position for a nice solid 2 seed. A big SEC tournament could push us up to the number 1 seed line. We're going to get through this postseason with more than enough time. We can get through the offseason, too, and take a look at the early season stuff for next year. I've still got 35 minutes. I don't know how it happened. Just halfway through the stream, I started feeling awful with all this everything. But we're gonna power through it. I promised you all a full season. I'm giving it to you. I think it's South Carolina that we have in the first round here, or our opening round rather. Yeah, South Carolina. All right, so push past this, we solidify our 2 seed. Close, maybe a little closer than I like. I do like seeing Perry Leach jump up and lead the way. And now you can see here on the other side, Florida taking on Georgia. We got to play Kentucky again. So we beat them at their place. I'm sure they're looking for revenge. And the game's on a neutral court. So let's see what happens. The number 19 Kentucky Wildcats versus your number 5 Auburn Tigers. Yeah, 9-point win. Delhi the MVP. One more look at the box score because it's so beautiful. Delhi with 14 and 12 pulls the double-double. Logan 9 and 9. So I don't know exactly what you call that. Corey Gray, not a great scoring night. Only played 19 minutes and fouled out. That's where Miller comes in. That's where Collins comes in. Whitehead with 31 minutes. Man, look at the game that Richard Warren played off of the bench, scoring 16, 5 for 7 from the field, 6 of 6 from the line. And we take care of the Kentucky Wildcats. We're going on to play in our second consecutive SEC tournament game, tournament championship game. And it's going to be against the number 1 Florida Gators. So they beat us down at their place. We took them out at Auburn Arena. And now we get the neutral court, guys. Anything can happen. Let's see. Oh, I unchecked. Look, I unchecked it before I clicked it, so I screwed that up. But look, our wins went from 28 to 29. Guys, we just hung another SEC championship banner. Look at this. 80 to 64, baby. War Eagle. No double-double, but Gray showed back up with 20 points. Delhi, Whitehead both hit double-digit scoring, as did Landon Collins. Gray did well with assists. Leach turned it over a little bit too much, but looking pretty good. 20 of 23 from the free throw line. My word. That's not too shabby. You know, you're right. We could very well see them again in the NCAA tournament. And, you know, winning 3 out of 4 games against a team like that is extremely difficult. But we took 2 out of 3. You know, each team won at home, and we won in the conference championship game. So we'll take what we can get, and we'll roll on in, guys. With a SEC championship behind us, with a win over Florida also in the regular season, the 15-3 conference schedule, I very much think we could pull a 1 seed here. Shoot. Goodness, give me 1 second, folks. All right, let's check out the selection show. Anybody that's worried about the sound volume of the sound here, go ahead and check yourself. But let's launch into the selection show. Here we go, baby. I think we can pull 1. 2 wins over Florida. Tied for the SEC regular season. Won the postseason tournament. Wisconsin and Marquette, Utah and UCLA in some play-in games. In East Rutherford, you're number 1. That's the number 1 overall seed, right? Is the number 1 overall seed? That goes first, right? Your number 1 seeded Auburn Tigers going to take on the winner of the Brown Texas State game in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Richmond Spiders pull a 2 VCU, the 3, and the Oklahoma Sooners, a 4. We also got UNC and St. Mary's in this region. The Dukies, Vermont Clemson, Notre Dame, and the Spartans. In Columbus, second number one seed out of the SEC. The Florida Gators going to play Winthrop Eagles. Miami with the 2 seeds. Seton Hall, Villanova, Kansas play the winner of the Marquette-Wisconsin game. Georgia Tech, Western Kentucky, Minnesota, Tennessee, West Virginia, Iowa State. In Atlanta, Oregon Ducks. So there's another team that beat us this year. They're going to be another 1 seed, playing against Chicago State in the first round of Atlanta. The Cuse with the 2, Maryland a 3, Texas a 4, Kansas State, Dayton, Ohio State, UC, Florida State, and Temple. Yeah, I think we've got claim to it. So the last region in Spokane, the Creighton Blue Jays grab the 1 seed. Georgetown Hoyas, the Washington Huskies, and the Kentucky Wildcats grab a 4. So that's the 3rd team there out of the SEC, and they were a 4 seed. So again, the SEC was a little bit more top-heavy this year than they were in the past. But guys, it's NCAA tournament time. We went, 29-5. With the SEC Tournament Championship. So back-to-back SEC Tournament champions. We tied for the regular season championship. And now we're headed into March Madness. As always, I'll bring you my games. If I make the Final Four, we'll bounce out and check around. If I don't, whatever. When we hit the Final Four, we'll bounce out and see how we got there. Louisville. All right. Chat alert. The Louisville Cardinals are in the NIT. They might be looking for a head coach. As we're moving closer and closer, guys, to college basketball 21, as I'm pushing these Auburn Tigers, Louisville may be on the prowl. Time to start thinking. I don't know if I have another rebuild in me. I've rebuilt so many teams in this stream, in this save. Half of them fire me before I can get going. Texas State in the first round. The 1 versus the 16. The Texas State Bobcats. Interesting. Nice little 22-point win there. Let's see how that box score went, because I completely missed it while I was trying to do the math on the win. Corey Gray, of course. I don't know why I even have to look at it. I mean, I know Corey Gray is going to go off every time. Delhi didn't do much on the boards there, but our starters got good minutes. And the starters really carried that game, and especially Corey Gray. God, I can't believe Corey Gray played 4 years scoring the way that he scores. I'm going to be really interested to see where he falls on the list of all-time scorers for Auburn once we get through this. Now we got to play second round, and it's already no joke. The Michigan State Spartans. You can never take a game against the Michigan State Spartans lightly, especially in March. So we could very well wrap up Oh, look at that! Florida lost to Iowa State. So right as I'm talking about how easy it is to lose in a 1 versus 8/9 matchup, Florida goes ahead and shows you the number 1 team in the nation just fell to the Iowa State Cyclones in the second round. It would be really embarrassing to lose right here, but it can definitely happen because Michigan State is a very solid squad. So from here on out, guys, we're fighting for our lives. Auburn and Michigan State, we take care of business. Delhi, Gray, Logan. That's what I want to see every game from here on out. 4 more games to hang a banner. 4 more games, guys. We need Gray, Delhi, and Logan. We've got our big 3. If we need help somewhere throughout, we've got the depth to do it. And now it's just about avoiding foul trouble, avoiding dumb injuries, and avoiding, I think the technical term for it is a stinker. You got to avoid a stinker in the NCAA tournament. You can't have it. We've got enough upperclassmen. We should be doing work here now. We are in the Sweet 16. The Auburn Tigers, the Oklahoma Sooners, for the right to go on and play in the Elite Eight. Oklahoma 24-11 on the season. Can we survive and advance, or are we going home early? Survive and advance. That's not even survive and advance. That's beat ass and advance. Took care of Oklahoma. Go home. Look at Delhi. Oh my. 24 point win there. Delhi the double-double. Gray with 20-something points. Logan nearly hit 20. Gray and Leach assists all over the place. Ooh, the turnovers are pretty ugly there. But we did go 10 of 18 from 3, which is nice. All right. We're back to the Elite Eight. And I believe this is the third season in a row for the Elite Eight here. Oh, man, now I'm nervous. Yeah, you got to watch now, not work. You can't work right now. I mean, it's all down to this. You know, it's what's so great about NCAA basketball. You know, like, pro basketball, there's 7-game series. Any kind of football game, like, you get so long through the game, but the better team's going to come out ahead. There's just so much depth. When you talk about college basketball, 40 minutes, anything in the world can happen. Now it's time for this to happen. VCU, Auburn, Elite Eight basketball, the 1 seed, the 3 seed. Who's going to the Final Four? Who's going to the Final Four? Is it the Rams or is it the Tigers? Fuck. No! No! No, VCU knocked us out. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God, VCU knocked us out in the Elite Eight. We need to see how it happened. Oh, God. So, I mean, Delhi didn't do anything special. Gray went 11 points, 10 assists, only 1 of 6 from 3. Leach actually lit it up. Logan had himself a pretty good game. Delhi in a little bit of foul trouble, but still got in 26 minutes. The bench just really gave us nothing. I guess Warren with a handful of rebounds. So, I mean, most everybody played. Whitehead. Oh, Al Whitehead, a senior in the Elite Eight, goes 0 for 7, 0 for 4 from 3. Logan chipped in 5 turnovers, and Gray with 8 turnovers. And that's how you lose, folks. Look, they took us. We tried to mount a second half comeback. We were down by 18 at the half. We made a bit of a comeback, but couldn't get it done. So the Rams knocked the Tigers out in what we hoped would be a national championship season. We got. I don't know how many times I can say you get to Sweet 16, Elite 8. Absolutely anything could happen. Didn't work out for us there. So we made the Elite 8. That's 3 seasons in a row we made the Elite 8. Only 1 Final Four to show for it. And, we got knocked out. Gray's gone. Whitehead's gone. All those seniors gone. And we start over now. But like I said before the season, before that tournament started, are we starting over with Auburn, or is there a job opening at a certain school that I've got a preference for? Man, that's a shame, though. We're approaching the Final Four here, so let's take a look at how this tournament actually worked out. So in East Rutherford, you can see It was chalk over here. Auburn, Oklahoma. Auburn moves on. Clemson actually upset Richmond, but VCU took care of them, and then VCU obviously upset the Tigers to move on to the Final Four in Columbus. Florida got upset by Iowa State, who then fell to Villanova, and then Villanova couldn't keep it up against Miami, who moves on to the Final Four in Atlanta. Texas over Maryland. So the one seeds really going nowhere. In Spokane, Creighton falls to number 10 seed Rhode Island. Holy smokes, guys. Holy smokes. Rhode Island at a 10. So your Final Four is a 2 seed, a 3 seed, a 4 seed, and a 10 seed. No number ones to be seen, and 3 of the 2s are gone. This is the kind of Final Four you live for. It's why they call it March Madness. We had a great team. We had a great chance. And that's all you can do in this game is set yourself up to have a good chance. But anything could happen, as you can see here. Let's play this out and see who wins. Yeah, Pac-12 high seeds always choke. That is very, very much the truth. What's the last Pac-12 team to win the NCAA tournament? Arizona? Yeah, I'm really disappointed for Corey Gray. I'm really quite interested to get through this offseason. We're down to 18 minutes now, so it's going to be a little bit closer than I'd hoped. I hope to get through this and see the draft and see where he actually goes. Texas beat Rhode Island, so that's to go to the finals. Let's see what happened in that other game. VCU got smoked by Miami, so they must have laid it all on the line for us. And then Miami just ran them out of the gym. So the Hurricanes and the Longhorns for the national championship, and it's the Hurricanes 62-57. The Miami Hurricanes, your national champions in the 2038-2039 season. Season 20 here on the GM Games Twitch stream for Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020. Guys, thanks so much for being with me for 20 seasons. I really appreciate it. Let's check out these awards, see how it goes. Guy from Florida won the Norton and the Wolverine Studios Player of the Year. Mike Rhodes, the VCU coach. Jerk. Alright, so there you go. Florida grabs 2 first-team All-Americans. Nothing exciting there, but noticeably absent is Corey Gray. So here are the second-teamers from the SEC. Auburn gets nothing. The individual awards, Florida. There's Justin Logan with Freshman of the Year, and once again I grabbed Coach of the Year. Now, gimme Deli and Gray on that first team. There they go. All right, we're good. We didn't get robbed at the end of season awards this year. Kind of robbed on the Norton, if you ask me, but Corey Gray grabs first team all conference. Couldn't quite get onto those All-American teams, which is kind of surprising. So now all we got to get through is job offering. Not sure if any of my staff will leave. And then the off-season processing so that we can check out recruit classes as well as the draft class. And transfers. Transfers will also be big. Oh, they expected me to reach the Final Four that year? Whoops. Prestige only moved up 1 point, even with another SEC championship win. I don't think I ever even looked at my season review, to be honest. All right, decision time, folks. There it is. There it is. I'll let chat talk it out. There's two ways to go about this. One, I've got Auburn set up and ready to rock. We can make runs after the national championship every single year from here on out. Every year. On the other hand, we're 20 years into the stream. My boys are drowning over here in the NIT. They're drowning. They went 17-16, 9-11 in conference. Their facilities start off at like an A-. They're down to a C+. They're drowning. And we've got to bring the stream to a conclusion soon because College Basketball 21 is going to be coming out. Chris saying do it. I'm legitimately torn. I'm so excited for what this Auburn team's doing right now. To be honest, I don't think I can beat it out. I think it would take at least 3 or 4 years. I got to let everybody at Auburn graduate before I could really compete. But what's the rest of chat got to say? Random Task says stay at Auburn. We're 1-1. Blazer says stay. Whew, we're leaning towards stay. Well, chat's leaning towards stay. I'm up in the air. I'm thinking. You're not outnumbered. Never worried about being outnumbered. The choice is between Auburn and Louisville, so I'm always on the Louisville side to some degree. The big thing, like, anybody else? Who else is in chat that can shout out? What do y'all want to see? Blazer, why would you stay? You got to figure if I go to Louisville, at least the first year is rotten. Yeah, I've played a lot of games as Louisville, but at the same time, I'm thinking that the college basketball 2020 streams are going to be over soon, and it's going to move on to 2021, and so I'm trying to find a fitting conclusion for it. I think Louisville brings it full circle. Man, what a decision, guys. What a decision. Shit. So I take Arizona, right? Ooh. Guys, we're bringing it home. It's your Louisville Cardinals. My screen name is Cards. It's been a 20-year stream to get to this point. Do we have Auburn set up rocking and rolling? Absolutely. Could we hit a Final Four every year? hit national championships, absolutely. But what was the stream about? Like, what's this journey about? It's taken over your dream program. Have I had other saves as Louisville? Sure, multiplayer leagues and sandbox leagues and everything else. Have I gone there through a journeyman save like this where I grinded it out for 20 years? Absolutely not. So I feel like I've finally actually earned this spot for the first time. 20 years in, the Louisville Cardinals want me to come in and coach. It's my dream school. Welcome, coach. We are going to keep an eye on those Auburn Tigers. What's going to hurt us here, we're not going to have those... we're not going to have all the draft picks that we recruited who are obviously going to be drafted. Corey Gray won't even count as one of our draft picks. But you know what? We pulled the trigger. We pulled the trigger. This is what the stream was about. This is what the journeyman saves are about. Is you start off with nothing and you get to where you want to end up. And here we are. And all that being said, like, we've got some talent here. Look at these guards. What's this guy's problem? Oh, he's a transfer. Okay. Eric Concall? Who in the heck is that? I would almost always take the suggestion of the chat. But it was too close in this. It was Chris and me versus Random Task and Blazer. We didn't have any other voices. 2-2 tie comes down to my vote's a tiebreaker, I guess. So, let's see. Staff hiring. Let's take a look at the staff. We got to get this right now. Now, the really nice thing is we got a huge, huge budget. So he's a 76 at recruiting. You know what we're going to do, though? Everybody's gone. Bringing in our own guys. Yeah, you never know when that job comes available again. That was the right time for it, I think. And look at the difference in budget. $575,000. Oh my God. He's a first assistant. We ought to be able to offer him 80. We ought to be able to come right here. Oh, yeah, I'll be done in about 5 minutes. We're at the very end. So that's my last call, folks. Let's get this guy in as our second assistant. We'll pay him well as well. And third assistant just needs to be a scout. Right there. All right, 3 offers out. Run a bid round. Got our number 1. Is that it? Let me double check. I don't know if that was messed up or what. So all we got was Murphy. Head coach. We don't want a head coach. second assistant. Make an offer there. Ben-Hur? Is that for real? Let's see. All these guys already have jobs. Oh my god, I just want to hurry. We're going to give him the same offer, though. See if the extra money makes it work. It's a lower job, but more money. We got so much money to throw around. All right, we got our coaches. Now I got to hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, shoot. I got to finish in advance. I got like 2 minutes to get out the door. This is going to be a rush. I don't think I can get through the offseason, honestly. We're just not going to make it. We're at Louisville. Guys, what I will do, we're going to finish this up, and I might jump on later and try to get the off-season stuff as well as our first season of recruiting at Louisville. Maybe I can get that in for you tonight. But I do have to cut it off right now. I've got to go up and pick up the kid from school. So, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope that, going against the grain there on the job selection doesn't upset anybody. But I think this is the right way to wrap this stream up. I think eventually we had to finish it off with the Louisville Cardinals. So we're here now. We got obviously a big task in front of us. Got a little bit of talent there at guard. Oh, shoot, no. Faulkner's a senior. All we're going to have next year is Baker. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. I'll try to get on tonight to get you the off-season and maybe some recruiting. But thanks for stopping by. I hope the midday random stream was worth it, and I'll catch you next time.